story begins during a storm. Thunder roars, lightning strikes, and rivers of blood flow beneath the dark sky. Amidst the corpses, a beautiful girl stands with a dagger. She smirks and says, "Qing Feng, you're still standing? Even under the 100-fold aging effect? You managed to clear the ancestral god's ruin." She continues, "But even if you did, this divine artifact, Eye of Judgment, is mine now." Qing Feng, barely standing and severely wounded, coughs blood and asks, Why would you betray me now? I'm your brother." But she coldly replies, "You? My brother? You're just adopted. We don't even share the same blood." Suddenly, another man appears behind her, Song Fei. The moment she sees him, her expression softens. "Brother Song Fei," she squeals. Song Fei sneers at Qing Feng. "Thanks, Qing Feng. Without you, we'd never have gotten this divine artifact." Then he yanks out Qing Feng's eyes and says, "This soul-stealing blade in your body? It drains your entire lifespan in one strike." Qing Feng grits his teeth and screams, "Qin Xiu, after our parents died, I raised you. I supported you through school. When this game merged with our world, I risked my life over and over to protect you." His sister replies, "Exactly. Ever since our parents died, you've been controlling my life like a boss. But now, thanks to this artifact, I don't need your protection anymore." Song Fei lunges with his blades and says, "Now die peacefully. I'll take good care of your sister." Qing Feng shouts, "Even if I die here, I won't let you leave." But in the next moment, Song Fei slashes his head off. Flashback to the year 2025. The game God Forsaken merged with the real world. Anyone who fell into deep sleep was transported into the game. The only currency? Lifespan. Kill monsters to gain life. Die, and you lose it. Strong players could use their lifespan to bring game powers into the real world. People could tear tanks apart with bare hands, slice planes in half with swords, and even survive nuclear blasts. The world plunged into chaos. Qing Feng and his sister struggled to survive. After enduring countless hardships, he finally reached the top 100 global powerhouses and conquered the god's ruin, earning the Eye of Judgment artifact. But what was the price of his success? Betrayal from his own family. Qing Feng's regrets. His love and protection were seen as interference. His struggles only paved the way for someone else's success. If he had a second chance, he'd live only for himself. Suddenly, moonlight breaks through darkness. Qing Feng awakens in bed. He touches his neck, checks his phone, and mutters, "Wait, I died, right? Why does it say 2025? He looks outside. The city lights shine. I've gone back in time, 9 years, to the day when God Forsaken descended. Morning comes. His sister, in her school uniform, kicks open the door. "Qing Feng, you're home? Then why didn't you pick up my call?" Qing Feng, calmly sipping coffee, recalls, "The day the game came, I had a big fight with her over that scumbag, Song Fei." He remembers how she used to be obsessed with Song Fei, a glamorous underground idol who exploited and scammed countless women. To protect her, Qing Feng tried to keep her away, but she accused him of controlling her life. Back in the present, she yells at Qing Feng again. "My brother Song Fei dropped in the rankings this month, and it's your fault for not giving me money." Slap. Qing Feng slaps her so hard she falls back, bloodied and stunned. He says coldly, "I'm not in the mood to argue with you anymore. Here," throws a credit card. "This money was left for you by our parents. I've never touched a single cent, but today, I'm done. From now on, I, Qingfeng, have no sister like you." He walks out, leaving her crying behind. In another room, Qingfeng reflects. "In my past life, I missed countless opportunities protecting her. But now, without her burden, I wonder how far I can go." He takes sleeping pills to enter the game once again. Inside the game, he arrives at the career choice hall. Last time he spent hours choosing the warrior class to protect his sister. But now he needs speed, agility, and independence. He chooses assassin. As soon as Qingfeng clicks on the assassin class, a system notification appears. The divine artifact Eye of Judgment has bonded with you. He freezes, staring at the message. Suddenly, a giant glowing eye appears behind him in the void. Eye of Judgment activated. You have unlocked a unique passive ability, Authority of Judgment. This passive skill means whenever he enters the game, he will automatically receive the highest tier profession and talent. Qingfeng mutters in shock. So the Eye of Judgment bonded with me on its own. Is this because I was reborn? But before he can process it, dark spikes shoot up from beneath him and stab into his body. Darkness swirls around him like a storm pulling him in. What is happening is the eye trying to merge with me. His scream echoes as the void swallows him completely. Congratulations, you have unlocked a hidden profession. Synchronization in progress. Synchronization complete. A hand bursts out from the darkness. You are now a shadow. The shadows explode outward, revealing Qingfeng Reborn. His hair has turned white. Shadowy energy coils around him like a second skin. He takes a breath, feeling the overwhelming power coursing through him. So this is the high-tier hidden profession for assassins. It's completely different from the warrior path I chose in my past life. He clenches his fists, staring at his own hands. Every profession has a small chance of evolving into a hidden class. But my Authority of Judgment guarantees that chance. Just what kind of power is this? Suddenly, he floats into the air. A massive eye opens in the sky behind him. Authority of Judgment is the supreme force in this universe. Even Primal Order cannot suppress it. You cannot yet use its active abilities, but all passive effects are now unlocked. Qingfeng's expression hardens. In my past life, no one discovered the power of order until year 7. But I've already gained access from the very start. If I reach the realm of order and unlock its full power, I'll become unstoppable. Profession change complete. Please choose your alias. He thinks for a moment, then smiles. If I was born from the shadows, then from now on, my name is Shadow. Alias confirmed Shadow. Now entering God-forsaken land, game warns. This land is filled with deadly monsters. Kill to earn lifespan. If you die, you lose half your life. After Qingfeng, now known as Shadow, enters Shelltown, a notification appears. You have entered a safe zone. No monsters will spawn here. Players cannot attack each other. Lifespan loss rate is 1x, same as real-world time. Around him, chaos fills the air. Players are being teleported in one after another, many of them injured, panicked, and screaming. Someone yells, "Where is this place? Are we dead? Why are we here?" Another shouts, "That monster just wiped out half our team in one bite. Even after attacking with everything we had, we only reduced a third of its health." Someone cries out, "My lifespan. I lost half of it in that fight." A group starts to panic around a girl named Sister Lee. She holds her head and says, "What do we do now? How do we survive?" Shadow looks around silently. He notices a girl with a bow and water magic aura. She seems to have a hidden class too. Interesting. The girl walks up to him with a smug smile. "Big brother, looks like you've got a hidden class as well. Do you want to join our team? The monsters out there are seriously dangerous. You can't handle them alone." Shadow replies calmly, "No need." He turns and starts walking away. The group behind him bursts out in laughter and taunts. Who does he think he is? Pretending to be cool. If 5 of us couldn't beat a level 1 monster, what will he do alone? Someone adds, even if he can't win, at least he'll run away with his hidden class advantage. The girl checks his status screen. His alias appears. Shadow. She narrows her eyes. Shadow, huh? Acting all mysterious. Let's follow him. Maybe we'll learn something. Or maybe we'll get to see him die. Our MC has now set out on a monster hunt, and that same girl is secretly following him. She tells us that this land, said to be granted by the gods, is extremely peaceful and dangerously quiet. She doesn't know how she ended up here, but thanks to years of gaming experience, she quickly formed a new group. Still, the very first monster they encountered after leaving the beginner village completely wiped out their team. It wasn't an enemy that level 1 players like them could handle. While chasing the MC, they begin to wonder about him. Even his starting weapon is different. She only got a dagger, but he has a short blade. Not only that, his speed is faster than hers, even though she's an assassin and her agility should be the highest. His outfit is also completely different from theirs. Watching him, the girl thinks this shadow guy must be a very unusual player. She believes following him might lead to some good information. When the MC looks back at them, the girl quickly hides behind her teammate. She whispers, "Did he notice us?" That's when we see the MC use one of his abilities, Shadow Sneak. He disappears into the shadows and vanishes. The others come out and start wondering where he went. He vanished into thin air. Must be some stealth skill. Maybe a beginner skill that grants invisibility. But they also question if it's too overpowered and what kind of class he actually has. Meanwhile, the MC stands a little distance away, listening to their every word. The group decides to return to town, admitting their lifespans are already halved. They want to find ways to improve, maybe discover hidden rewards, treasure chests, or NPCs. Our MC, however, is currently using 2 skills, Shadow Sneak and Shadow Majesty. Shadow Sneak is a basic stealth skill that makes him invisible for a short duration. Attacking breaks the stealth, but the first strike after breaking it deals increased damage. Shadow Majesty boosts the duration of stealth and upgrades its level. The MC realizes that not even monsters can spot him easily at this early stage of the game. A normal assassin can be detected easily, but his Shadow class gives him a unique stealth mastery, making him nearly impossible to detect, even by monsters. He smirks at the naive players still wasting time in the beginner town. It's only meant to be a shelter, not a place to grow stronger. Then he leaves. A little later, the MC says his stealth is ending. Its duration isn't very long, but the good thing is the cooldown starts immediately upon activation, so he just needs to wait a few more seconds to activate it again. For the first time, we get a look at the MC's stats. His codename is Shadow. He's level 1. Earlier, when he was asked to choose an alias, it must have meant codename. His stats show non-tradable lifespan 75 years, tradable lifespan 0, strength 10 plus 3, constitution 10 plus 3, agility 10 plus 8, and spirit 10 plus 5. He explains that all players start with base stats of 10, and their class provides different bonuses. In his past life as a warrior, he got bonus points in strength and constitution, but this time, his shadow class boosted all his stats, especially agility. He has 5 free attribute points. Most players invest them in strength or spirit to boost physical and magical attack power, but that's a big mistake. The MC puts all 5 into agility and says, in early game, agility is everything. No matter how much you boost your stats early on, monsters deal overwhelming damage to players. The only way to kill monsters without getting hit is to increase speed through agility. That's when he hears a strange growling noise. He spots a weird monster hiding behind a tree, glowing from within. The monster's stats reveal it's a level 1 crawler, normal grade, and currently in an evolving state. The MC realizes this must be the same monster that killed the 4-player team. The crawler notices him and attacks like a maniac, but the MC had already calculated this. He sees that the crawler still has some damage left from the previous battle, meaning the other group at least managed to reduce its health a little. The MC explains that these monsters absorb players' lifespan when they die, and once they gather enough, they can evolve. The crawler charges at him, but the MC dodges using his high agility. As light and shadows swirl around him, he disappears into the shadows right before the crawler's eyes. The confused crawler looks around but sees nothing. Above it, the shadows move and the MC reappears midair, breaking stealth and launching a sneak attack. In one powerful strike, he kills the monster. A notification appears. You dealt 174 damage. You killed a level 1 crawler. You gained 10 experience points. The MC is surprised he managed a one-shot kill. He knew a neck strike would be a critical hit. Another notification explains the backstab mechanic. If you attack from a direction where the enemy can't see you, your damage doubles. So, since the MC broke stealth, hit a weak spot, and used a backstab, his damage was boosted multiple times. He then recalls his previous life, when even with a critical hit, he could barely deal 40 damage to a crawler. It would take him ages to kill one, often risking his own life. But now, he absorbs the energy from the crawler. A notification pops up. You gained 9 days of tradable lifespan, and 54 years, 155 days, of non-tradable lifespan. Tradable lifespan can be exchanged while non-tradable cannot. The MC guesses that since 5 people died, each leaving behind 20 to 30 years of lifespan, the crawler absorbed it all, and now he received 54 years. He notes that non-tradable lifespan isn't useful for now. Just then, another notification appears. Your Eye of Judgment authority has been activated. You have gained a new talent, Endless Infinity Evolution. It's a primer talent. Whenever you hunt monsters alone, you have a chance to gain evolution points. These points can be used to upgrade skills. Every 24 hours, you'll receive 5 evolution points, and defeating a boss monster guarantees points. The MC is ecstatic. Infinite evolution? I can upgrade my skills? I've never heard of this even in my past life. He recalls that in his previous life, killing a monster only gave you skills through drop items, but those skills could never be leveled up. But now, he decides to upgrade Shadow Sneak and Backstab first. A notification shows he consumed 4 evolution points and successfully upgraded the skills. Shadow Sneak evolved from normal to bronze rank. Its duration increased from 12 to 16 seconds. Breaking stealth now deals 90 damage instead of 60. Cooldown reduced from 28 to 26 seconds. Backstab, once an inferior passive skill, is now a normal grade skill. Its attack damage from behind has increased from plus or 10% to plus 15%. Overjoyed, the MC starts shouting about his skills. He says Shadow Sneak now lasts at least 16 seconds, and with Shadow Majesty doubling that, it's 32 seconds. With such a long stealth duration, he can be permanently invisible and even one-shot a full HP crawler. Just then, someone behind him says, "Whoa, look at that skinny guy. He soloed a monster." A couple appears behind the MC. The girl is praising the guy next to her a bit too much, and he confidently tells her not to worry, he'll protect her. Suddenly, the MC notices something. Above them, on a tree, many spider eyes are watching. One of them says, "Hey man, you seem like you're struggling alone. Want me to carry you?" But the MC turns to the monster, mumbles "Nutter," and disappears into the shadows. The girl, confused, says, "He disappeared right in front of us." The guy laughs. "He must have run off after seeing my muscles." But what they don't know is that above their heads, danger is already there. A spider-like monster is approaching. They turn and are terrified. It's a level 1 spider of normal grade, known as a nutter. But the MC knows this isn't just any spider. Nutters are beginner-level boss monsters with over 1600 HP and command small spiders as minions. The one they see now is a minion of that boss monster. As the MC watches, the big spider finishes off the couple. Then he says, "Perfect. Now let's test my upgraded skills." He breaks stealth and attacks the spider's face. It screams, purple blood gushing out. The MC quickly sneaks back into hiding. A notification says, "You dealt 338 damage. You hit a weak point." The MC hides behind a tree, having taken only 9 damage. He thinks, "Good thing my agility is so high. If I took one direct hit, I'd be dead instantly." Laughing internally, he reflects on the amazing feeling of doing over 300 damage. The spider is now severely injured and goes on a rampage, destroying everything around. The MC realizes these monsters are intelligent. They won't just stand still and get hit. This spider is attacking randomly to detect his position. The minions are also now alert. He can't just jump in anymore. But if his guess is right, the spider is going wild, smashing everything. Suddenly, a small attack strikes its belly, a weak point. Another 300 damage hit. The MC confirms his theory. His main damage output comes from stealth ambush, strike bonus, and class skill enhancement. Even throwing a stone can trigger solo damage output. He throws another stone and says, "All I have to do is wait for Shadow Sneak's cooldown and throw a stone 1 second before it ends." He does just that. The next stone hits the spider's face again, causing 289 damage. It was also a weak point hit. The MC hides again, preparing to reactivate Shadow Sneak. Meanwhile, in town, everyone is gathered and talking when an announcement plays. Leaderboard update. Player Shadow has killed a nutter and reached level 2. He is the first in this town to do so. A leaderboard window appears showing Shadow at the top. Everyone is shocked. What the hell? A solo kill? I died twice already and don't even know what's going on. Who is this pro? People ask if anyone knows him. Even the arrogant girl's team is present. Her teammates ask if she recognizes the name. She replies, "Yes, that's the same shadow guy who went out alone." They're shocked he reached level 2 so fast. How did he kill a boss? We couldn't even handle a regular mob as a team. Elsewhere, the couple who had been killed earlier wonders aloud, "Did someone kill that spider? There were lots of small spiders with it too. Who is this shadow?" The girl says, "Is he that hiding assassin from before?" A notification pops up. "You killed a bronze-ranked nutter. You gained 300 XP. Congratulations, you are now level 2. You received 2 evolution points. Celltown's leaderboard has been unlocked. You earned 1 reputation point. A system-wide announcement has been made." The MC then extracts lifespan from the giant spider. He notes that when the boss spider died, the minions fled in fear. "If I'd killed the minions first, I would have gained more XP. Another notification reveals the loot: 46 years of tradable lifespan and a skill book, Greedy Hand. It's a bronze rank skill for assassins, requiring level 1. It gives a 20% chance to get extra loot when used on dead monsters. He also receives another bronze rank corrosive item and 2 infinity evolution points. Looking at all the rewards, the MC's eyes lock onto the skill book, Greedy Hand. The description confirms it's an assassin-exclusive skill with potential for great loot. He's thrilled. "I never imagined a bronze boss could drop such a god-tier assassin skill." Don't get confused by god tier. It's still bronze tier, but extremely valuable for assassins. He thinks about upgrading the skill using evolution points to push it toward god tier. He says this skill greatly increases the loot drop, especially in the late game. Right now, it's the early game, meaning the game has just started. The middle game begins once guilds are formed, and after that comes the late game. And during the late game, there are intense fights over resources. MC says this greedy hand will help him a lot later on. Now, whenever he defeats a powerful boss monster, he'll get 20% extra loot. He recalls that in his past life, there was a guy in the Godslayer Guild who also had this skill. Even though his combat power was average, he became one of the most sought-after players in the game. Everyone wanted to add him to their party, and he always moved around with personal bodyguards. But suddenly, an idea strikes him. He says, "Wait a minute. Even if the activation says only a 20% boost, what if I combine it with my unlimited evolution talent? That means he could endlessly increase his drop rate and loot quality." Then the scene shifts to an area with buildings that looks like a college. MC's sister is walking with her friend. Her friend says, "Aren't you going to call your brother and apologize? We skipped the secret exam yesterday just to support Sang Fei. Your brother must be really angry." Sayu responds angrily, "I didn't do anything wrong, so why should I apologize? If it weren't for him, we would have reached the entrance on time. We wouldn't have missed it at all. It was entirely his fault. If anyone needs to apologize, it's him." Her friend replies, "Really? But sometimes he treats you so well. I actually feel jealous that you have such a great brother." Sayu snaps back, "Because of him, my life has become a living hell. He interferes in everything I do. And anyway, he's not even my real brother. Just the word brother is enough for me." Trying to change the topic, her friend asks, "By the way, what happened to your face?" Sayu replies, "Oh, I slipped and fell." Suddenly, they notice a big crowd ahead. Her friend says, "Why is there such a huge crowd in front of our classroom?" They push through to see what's happening. Inside, a boy is lying almost invisible on a desk. His nearby friends are trying to lift him, but he isn't moving. Sayu's friend asks another classmate, "What happened? Why does Sang-wei look half-transparent?" The classmate replies, "I'm not exactly sure, but Brother Wang said he was just taking a short nap. But when we looked back, he had turned semi-transparent." Another student says, "This isn't the only case. The internet is full of similar incidents. People around the world are experiencing this. Some experts say that as soon as you fall asleep, you enter a half-transparent phantom-like state. But no one knows why it's happening." Sayu's friend says, "I need to call my parents and warn them. Sayu, you should call your brother too, just in case." Sayu angrily says, as if I've ever contacted him before. It'd be better if he just dies like this. Wow, she's really toxic. Every time she opens her mouth, it's just venom. Meanwhile, the MC gets a notification. His greedy hand skill has successfully evolved from brown rank to gold rank. It's still an assassin-type special skill. Previously, it had a 20% chance of giving extra loot, but now the chance has increased to 70%. Another notification pops up. He's learned Greedy Hand Level 2. For now, that's what it seems like. If anything else changes, he'll find out later. Suddenly, his hand starts to transform. Light begins to glow around it. Many rings form on his fingers, and strange letters appear on his wrist. He gets 2 more notifications. He has successfully activated Greedy Hand. He uses it on the nearby boss monster and gains 2 evolution points and 46 days of tradable lifespan. He gets really excited and shouts, "Not bad! I got 2 more evolution points. I need 3 points to reach Greedy Hand plus 3. Good. Soon I'll get 100% extra loot." Then, using Shadow Sneak, he vanishes and says, "By now, the world government must have found out about this situation. A tsunami of players will soon flood into the game. I need to speed up my progress." He equips all usable gear for now, including a brown rank cross dagger that increases attack power by 35 and agility by 4, with only level 1 requirement. While walking in stealth mode, he says, "It won't take long for the government to realize that skills and equipment can be brought into the real world from this game. When that happens, there will be chaos, greed, and disasters worldwide. To bring items out of the game, 2 conditions must be met. You must be level 10 and have enough tradable lifespan. But grinding through small monsters will take too long. He needs to hunt stronger bosses." Suddenly, he hears voices from a distance. "Dodge quickly!" These sound like battle cries. Curious, he rushes toward the source. He reaches a cliff, not too deep, just something he could easily jump down from. He sees a group fighting a monster, a level 2 brown grade sprint predator. Seeing it, he thinks, this is perfect timing. He spots a familiar face. Wang Ming? I didn't expect to run into him here. The rumors were true. People said Wang Ming built a full team of hidden class players when he first joined the game. All 6 were hidden class users. Wang Ming steps forward, holding his shield, and shouts, "Holy barrier!" A glowing golden shield forms around him that the monster can't break. MC thinks, his hidden class must be Holy Shield Warrior. He has double the stats of a regular warrior and the innate skill, Invincibility. The team's fire mage attacks with a fireball, dealing 70 damage. MC recognizes this class too, Prophet, a hidden class mage with double damage and an inbuilt prophetic fireball. Then he looks at the archer and the priest. The archer is a hidden class called Sharp Eye Shooter, with double stats and a built-in rapid shot skill. The priest is an oracle priest with twice the healing power of a regular priest and group healing as a starting skill. The archer rains arrows on the monster, but none hit. The monster dodges every single one. The predator then breaks Wang Ming's shield with a powerful hit. The archer says, "Damn, this monster's way too fast. None of my arrows are landing." Wang Ming falls to his knees. The priest heals him as he yells, "Healers, keep me alive! Everyone else keep attacking. We'll bring it down slowly." MC watches and thinks, he's seriously trying to chip away its health slowly? That's optimistic. But he forgot one thing. This is a wild area. Prolonged battles will attract other monsters. And that's exactly what happens. More monsters appear. MC identifies one as a level 2 corruptor, a regular monster covered in brown slime that performs ranged attacks. Just then, a sword-wielding man rushes past Wang Ming and warns, "Boss, watch out." He attacks, but when his sword hits the monster, his hand turns gooey like slime. MC thinks, "Damn, another hidden class. I've never seen this one before." His sword only deals 33 damage. He's shocked and says, "Its defense is insanely high." Suddenly, the slime monster spits goo from its mouth all over the sword guy and the mage, making them both shout in disgust. One of them yells, "Crap! It's groundbind! Our movement speed is reduced!" The mage girl screams for help. Instantly, our MC vanishes into the shadows and appears right next to the monster, slicing its neck in one clean shot. Everyone notices. "Whoa! What just happened? He one-shot the corruptor!" The monster dissolves into life energy. The mage girl, whose life MC just saved, shouts, "Who did that? Someone's helping us!" The swordsman says, "It usually takes all of us 10 seconds to kill even a level 1 crawler. But that was a level 2 corruptor. How's that possible?" Just then, another monster's head is sliced off with 441 damage. Everyone's shocked. "That was an instant kill!" The swordsman turns to the mage girl. "Did you see who it was?" She shouts, "No!" Wang Ming says, "Whoever it is, he's on our side. Stay focused and keep attacking. Only the sprint predator is left." MC quietly sits on a tree. He gets a notification. "You've killed 2 level 2 corruptors. 40 XP plus 1. Evolution point. Common skill book. Venom dart, plot 8 days, tradable lifespan." MC thinks, "Venom dart? A perfect mid-range poison damage skill. Evolve it right away." It evolves into a silver rank poison dart skill, assassin class. It throws deadly darts with a 14-meter range, deals 120 damage, and inflicts poison status, causing 50 damage per second for 5 seconds. Cooldown, 5 seconds. It can't stack. Meanwhile, Wang Ming blocks one tentacle attack, but the second pierces through his stomach. He screams in pain. The priest yells, "I can't heal him fast enough!" Wang Ming cries out, "Everyone run!" Just then, a poison dart flies in and hits the monster right between the eyes. The boss howls in pain. Blood gushes from its mouth. Wang Ming collapses. 5 seconds later, the boss dies. Notification. You dealt over 90% damage. You receive all loot. 600 XP plus level up to 3 plus 2. Evolution points plus 55 days tradable lifespan. MC thinks, "I didn't expect my dart's damage to trigger my passive class skill. Now I don't even need to throw stones. I can keep using darts from stealth endlessly. In this early and mid-game, no one can stop me." The Oracle Priest barely saves Wang Ming. Seeing the damage, Wang Ming panics. Holy crap! Is this guy even human? Loot light emerges from the monster's body, and suddenly vanishes. Everyone is stunned. Wang Ming stands up, folds his hands, and says, Thank you, friend, for saving our lives. May I know your name? MC's voice echoes. You're thanking me? In such wild zones, don't trust strangers so easily. Wang Ming nods and says, Thank you for the advice. I understand. We won't disturb you. My name's Wang Ming. If you ever need anything, you can come to me. Lindsay adds, My name's Lindsay. Thank you for saving me. Can I add you to my friend list? Her teammate says, All right, enough talking. Let's go. MC collects the loot light and thinks, Wang Ming seems reliable, and he has the government's support. He's well-resourced. I'll need a stable place to sell things I can't use. I can sell them to him. Using Greedy Hand on the loot, he gets +3 evolution points, plus 55 days tradable lifespan. Sprint Predator, leather gloves, brown rank. He equips the Assassin class gloves, which give +9 physical defense, +5 elemental resistance, and +15% cooldown speed. He says, Nice loot. He continues, I still have tons of gear and skill books from other classes. Once my bag is full, I'll return to town to trade them for lifespan. My progress this time is 100 times faster than my previous life. And Songfai, I'm coming for you soon. Scene begins as the team is seen fighting monsters. One of the guys says that more and more monsters just keep coming and they'll have to run. But just then, a shadow of a giant monster falls over him. The guy behind yells, Hey, what are you doing just standing there? But the guy is so shocked that he can't speak. And then, all of them turn to look at that giant tree-like monster. It had a strange hole in the center of its body. The team starts yelling, What even is that thing? The monster leans forward, and from its belly, a bunch of vines shoot out. They were glowing with a purple aura, and those vines, like sharp spears, pierce straight through the players. All of them scream in pain, but not a single one survives. They are instantly teleported back to Celltown. One of the guys yells in anger, Damn monsters always come in groups, and when their health drops, they just run away. Another, drenched in sweat, says, To exit the game, we need to reach level 3, but at this rate, how will we even get there? One guy tells the team captain, It looks like we need more people on our team. Maybe 6 to 10 people would be enough. But the captain replies, No, that won't work either. I once saw a 10-man team get massacred by a huge group of monsters. And if the team is too large, it attracts bosses. I just saw a group of 40 people lure a monster called Damned, and that monster killed more than 30 of them in just one skill attack. Then we see another teleportation formation open behind them, and the arrogant girl's entire team returns to the area. Her team is shouting, If we can't reach level 3, are we going to stay trapped here forever? They say they came here after falling asleep, so technically only their consciousness is trapped here. If they can't get out, their bodies in the real world will die from hunger and thirst. The arrogant girl curses, Damn it, why is this game so hard? A guy behind her nervously says, Sister Lee, we've already died 3 times. Our tradable lifespan is less than 10 now. What if... Before he can finish, Sister Lee says, Whether it's true or not, we can't afford to die again. She then checks the ranking list. Shadow has already reached level 3. Wang Ming is still at level 1. There's also someone named Valhalla at level 1, both of them listed as warriors. But the girl only focuses on the assassin, Shadow. She thinks, This Shadow guy is leveling up so fast he must know some special methods. We must convince him to help us reach level 3 and get us out of this game. She then shouts with determination, Spread my words everywhere. If this shadow guy helps us reach level 3, I'll give him 10 million in real life. Cash. The guy behind her gasps. 10 million? She thinks, if I were in his place, even I wouldn't ignore that kind of money. Meanwhile, our MC kills a monster with his dark magic and gets a notification. You've killed a level 2 contaminator. You've gained 20 experience points and 1 evolution point. Shadow absorbs all the loot and says, "Okay, I have enough evolution points now." He tells the system to evolve his Hand of Everest skill. The system deducts 5 evolution points, leaving him with 0. Then we're shown the newly evolved Hand of Everest skill, which is now at Platinum Jade rank. It's an assassin skill that can be used on monster corpses. Previously, the extra loot drop chance was 160%. Now it's increased to 216% with an added 20% chance for the loot's quality to be 1 level higher. The MC gets excited reading this and says, a 20% chance to increase loot quality. If I keep evolving it, it might go to 100% or even 200%. This effect is seriously incredible. As he turns to leave, he hears an alert. When he looks back, it's the same joint tree monster from earlier. Seeing it, he says, "That's the damned, This is the same monster the team captain mentioned, which killed 30 out of 40 people in one skill. We're then shown its profile. It's a damned brown-level boss monster. The MC sees the glowing life force in its mouth and thinks, it's still digesting the life force and will soon transform into a silver-level boss monster. He calculates, this monster probably wiped out that entire 40-man group alone. He opens his system screen and mutters, damn, my backpack is already full. If I kill it now, I won't be able to carry anything. So he marks the spot on the map and says, I'll come back later and deal with it. He vanishes into his shadows, thinking, this boss will take time to level up anyway. I'll go sell my stuff and return later to kill it. Then we're shown a scene in Celltown. People are talking, did you hear? Someone is offering 10 million to the top-ranked Shadow to help them reach level 3. A bald guy says, we're out here dying and losing our lifespans, while rich people keep finding new solutions. A girl with curly hair cries, people like us will never escape this game. But just then, Shadow emerges from the darkness, and everyone is shocked. He quickly clicks on the sell option, and in a flash, a stall appears in front of him. A screen reads, sales open for 10 minutes, equipment and skills available, hurry if you want to buy. Seeing the MC, people start shouting in excitement. Oh my god, how is he even here? He already has 2 brown-level gears and wants to sell more. He must have killed a brown-level boss. And look at his name, Shadow. Another says, wow, is this really the #1 on the leaderboard? Amidst the crowd, a well-figured mage girl steps forward. People wonder why they can't see his face. Someone explains, he has activated face hide. The game's appearance matches reality, so he stays mysterious. The mage girl comes to him and asks, how much for this ice cone spellbook? Shadow replies, 100 days of tradable lifespan. He thinks, she must be Grey Rose, 11th ranked in Curly Cell Village. She also has face hide activated. The girl hesitates. Isn't 100 days too much? Can you reduce it? Shadow replies, compared to common skills, the Ice Cone skill speeds up monster hunting massively. For early-stage mages, this is already very cheap. She then asks, can I pay in real-world money? Shadow replies, if you've got cash, you can buy tradable lifespan from others and then deal with me. If you can't arrange it now, I can reserve it for a while. She seems a bit confused seeing how Shadow is doing business purely in tradable lifespan. Then she says, "Give me a minute." She turns back to her team and activates a private team channel. She asks, "Guys, what do you think?" One guy says, "Thanks to your leadership, we reached level 2 so fast. I have no objections." Another agrees, "With Ice Cone, we'll reach level 3 even faster. Escaping the game is what matters most." She says, "Okay, then transfer your tradable lifespan to me. I'll repay you in real money once we're back in reality." She collects everyone's lifespan and returns to Shadow saying, "All right, here's 100 days of tradable lifespan. Let's make a deal." Shadow thinks, their whole team reached level 2, so they must have killed at least 30-40 trackers. Their total lifespan must be over 100 days. He gets a notification. "You sold the Ice Cone spellbook in exchange for 100 days of tradable lifespan. Your total has increased from 268 to 368 days." Just then, the arrogant girl stomps up to Shadow and says, "Finally, I've found you, Shadow." Shadow looks confused. She stands with hands on her hips, smiling arrogantly, and says, "Shadow, I'll give you a chance. Take me to level 3, and when we return to reality, I'll give you 10 million in cash." The people behind her are shocked. One says, "Did I hear that right? She's offering 10 million to Shadow? Is this for real?" Another says, "He just made 10 million so easily." Seeing her face, Shadow realizes, she's Jiang Ling. In my previous life, she was the leader of a criminal gang. Authorities later wiped them all out. Still in her arrogant tone, she says, "My father is the president of Dajang Industries. Ask anyone here. We can easily pay." Shadow thinks, reports said this girl used cash offers to buy tradable lifespan from others and forced people to work for her. Those who disobeyed were killed in real life. He thinks such people are a burden to Earth and bluntly says, "I reject your offer." The girl is speechless for a moment, then says, "Shadow, even if you're strong in this game, no one knows what's really going on. If you join me, I guarantee a royal life. Cars, homes, girls, whatever you want." Shadow cuts her off and says, "If you're not buying anything, get out of the way. Don't interfere in my work." He thinks, soon cash will be useless. People will use tradable lifespan as universal currency. Hearing this, the girl looks like she just ate a rotten rat. She says, "What garbage? I was doing you a favor by offering to take you with me. If we were in the real world right now, I'd teach you a lesson." That's when Shadow finally gets angry. He says, "Say one more word, and I'll keep killing you until your lifespan hits 0. Sensing his murderous aura, the girl and her team are terrified. She immediately runs away, saying, "Let's get out of here." Everyone watches in silence. Later, the MC gets a notification. "You sold a brown-gray dumb-like tonic, gained 19 days of tradable lifespan. New total, 546 days. Those who bought items from MC are happy, saying they've become stronger. MC thinks, "Good, everything's sold. Let's close the stall and go take care of that damned." He vanishes into the shadows thinking, right now, no one knows that these skills can be brought into reality using tradable lifespan. No one knows this godforsaken game will collapse the very order of reality. People who saw him disappear start whispering, "Did you see that? Where did he go? What kind of profession is that?" But MC ignores them and thinks, soon, the legacies we've been proud of for thousands of years will become insignificant. The ones with strength will be the foundation of everything. The girl, along with her whole crew, is running full speed into a narrow alley. They're panting heavily. The girl, furious, says that Shadow not only refused my offer, he had the nerve to threaten me. Once I return to reality, I'll make sure to finish him. Just then, a man steps out from a house in the alley and says, "Hello, Sister Liji." She looks at him in confusion. The guy, with a pork pine kind of face, says, "My name is Mo Lee June, but you can call me Old Mouse. I'm currently at level 2. But did you know we have some tricks to level up faster? I can help you level up. So is the 10 million offer still valid?" But this girl isn't so easily fooled. She replies with full attitude, "What tricks?" The guy smiles and says, "I don't usually share my tricks with anyone, but since you're Sister Li Ji, I'll make an exception to show my sincerity." He says, "For now, if you want to level up fast, you'll have to put all your initial attribute points into agility. That way, we'll be able to run so fast we can outrun crawlers. You understand what I'm saying, right?" Hearing this, the girl is surprised and thinks, "Oh, so this is how the game works. But damn it, I already put all 5 of my initial points into strength." Then she tells Old Mouse, "Okay, you've told me 1 or 2 useful things, now take me to level up." She thinks to herself, "At least I've found someone who knows how powerful players are leveling up." She tells him, "But you're not as strong as Shadow. That's why I can give you 5 million. Will you accept it? Take me to level 3, and once we're back in reality, I'll give you 5 million in cash." Old Mouse says, "No problem. Maybe Shadow is strong, but there's definitely something wrong with his brain. He just refused a 10 million offer. What an idiot." Then the scene shifts back to Shadow, who is smoothly navigating the forest, jumping from tree to tree. He arrives at the same damned monster and thinks, "Just as I thought, this boss monster has already reached the silver tier. So much gray mist has spread around it. Is it still evolving?" He pulls out his poison dart and thinks, "It will take about 7 to 8 hours for it to evolve from silver to gold tier. But no way. I'm too lazy to wait that long." He pulls out his dart, breaks his stealth, and throws the dart straight at the monster. It hits and deals 659 damage. The monster doesn't understand what's going on and starts screaming. Its health keeps decreasing continuously due to the venom, 219 by 219. Meanwhile, MC uses Shadow Sneak to disappear into the shadows. The monster, growling in rage, starts charging its attack. MC thinks, the health of a silver tier boss is 2 to 3 times more than that of a bronze tier boss. The boss charges its attack, screeching, then slams its hands down and stares into a light orb, unleashing multiple purple attacks. MC watches and thinks, if I calculate, this boss's total health equals about 2 or 3 of my venom darts. He keeps dodging all the attacks while invisible, thinking, I just need to wait for my stealth cooldown to finish. Once it's done, I'll throw a dart right into the middle of its attack frenzy, then immediately activate stealth again and escape its range. The monster finishes its skill and goes into cooldown. Its whole body trembles. MC sees the perfect chance, grabs a dart, runs toward it, breaks stealth, and strikes its head. Blood gushes out from its head. The venom continues to damage it for 5 seconds. The monster howls and runs away with its tail tucked in. Yes, you heard that right. A silver tier boss is running away from MC. MC thinks its health must be nearly gone. That's why it's fleeing. If it had stayed and used its skills, it might have been harder for me. But since it's running, that's good for me. MC rushes forward, breaks stealth, and lands a solid strike on the monster's head. He thinks, surrendering without resistance, that was too easy. The monster dies instantly. MC gets a notification. Congratulations. You've killed a cursed master, a silver tier monster. You've gained 1800 XP. Congratulations, you've reached level 5. And congratulations again, you've earned 4 evolution points and 124 days of tradable lifespan. Seeing the rewards, MC is overjoyed. He laughs loudly and says, I can't believe it. I leveled up twice and got 4 evolution points. He raises his hand and activates Greedy Hand. The skill activates successfully. A notification says you've gained 4 evolution points again and another 124 days of tradable lifespan. Shadow says, I got a direct double bonus. So silver tier bosses guarantee 12 evolution points and 372 days of tradable lifespan. Another notification comes. The extra effect of your Greedy Hand has triggered. 1 silver tier item in your loot has been upgraded to gold tier. Shadow says, does that mean I got gold tier loot? I expected this from Emerald Greedy Hand. It has a 20% chance to upgrade extra loot by 1 level. Looking at the loot, he says, it dropped about 7 to 8 equipment pieces. My backpack only has room for 10. I just emptied it and now I'll have to go back to the village again. What a time waste. I hope this cursed master dropped some kind of storage item or storage ring so I can get more slots. He reaches for the gold tier item and is stunned after seeing it. Then the scene shifts to the village. A girl arrives through a teleportation formation and says, finally, we're back alive. She's from Wang Ming's team. A boy says, with Wang Ming's help, we reached level 3 and safely returned to town. The girl says, absolutely. Wang Ming is very strong. Wang Ming says, yes, it's the result of all our hard work. The girl blushes and says playfully, it's such a shame I didn't get to add that big shot to my friend list. I was probably covered in dirt at that time, so he didn't notice me. Her teammate says, maybe if you had worn that freshly dropped gear earlier, he would have accepted. The big shot they're talking about is Shadow. Suddenly, an announcement pops up. Leaderboard update. Shadow has reached level 5. Everyone starts shouting, what? He jumped from level 3 to 5? Did he kill some insanely powerful boss? Excitement spreads everywhere. People shout, I just saw him selling equipment here 10 minutes ago. Did he level up twice in just 10 minutes? How fast is he? Another guy says, my sister just turned 18. If he likes her, maybe she can get some benefits and level up too. His friend says, come on, he refused 10 million. You think he'll look at your sister? Someone from Wang Ming's team says, damn it, we just barely reached level 3, and he's already at level 5. This won't work. Seeing everyone depressed, Wang Ming looks at them. At first he says nothing, then he coughs and gathers their attention. He says, don't think too much about it. Let's log off and go tell our families about this godforsaken game. The laws and order of this world are about to change. Chaos will spread everywhere. At least we can warn our loved ones. They start logging off. A formation appears around them. They say, let's log off for now. After logging out, Wang Ming opens his eyes in reality. He slowly stands up, holding his head. A guy beside him says, look, brother Wang Ming has woken up. Another guy says, go tell the team leader Wang Ming is awake and bring him here. His entire team is standing nearby. One guy walks up and says, brother Wang Ming, how are you? Are you okay? Another says, we were really worried about you. Do you know how you looked just now? You were almost half transparent. Brother Wang Ming, please don't scare us like this. Yesterday I told you to rest. I came here to keep an eye on the suspect you mentioned. Seeing everyone panicking, Wang Ming also gets worried. Sweat drips down his face. He suddenly shouts, gather everyone here, something big is happening.